All right, dividing decimals or money. First thing here in your note says bring the decimal point straight up. That is super important. That is the biggest change to this, is just bringing it straight up. It's different than adding and subtracting where you have to bring it straight down, and it's different than multiplying where you have to count up all your decimal places and move it. So once you bring your decimal point straight up, you just divide as usual. Let's take a look at example 1. I did that first. The decimal is right there. 4 divided by 2 is 2. I multiply, I get 4. My 0 checks, it's smaller than the 2. Bring down the 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract, I get 1. That checks because it is smaller than the 2 divisor. Now I bring down that 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract, I get 0. So my final answer is $2.46. Let's take a look at example number 2. Again, don't forget to bring your decimal point straight up. So let's think. 2 divided by 5. Can't do it. 5 can't go into 2. 5 can go into 26. How many times? 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. Subtract, I get 1. 1 checks. It's smaller than the 5. Bring down my 6. 16 divided by 5 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract, I get 1. That checks. It's smaller than the 5. Bring down the 0. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract, I get 0. Final answer, $5.32. Again, hasn't been that different. But let's take a look at example 3. Some things change here. All right? Bring your decimal point straight up. Now we're dealing with a 2-digit divisor too. Can 60 go into 1? No. Can 60 go into 13? No. Can 60 go into 135? Yes. So off to the side, I need to take a good guess on what it's going to be and then go from there. So if I take 60 and I times that by 2, I know 6 times 2 is 12, so it'd be 120. So it's going to be pretty close. Let's try that. 2 times 0 is 0. We know we get 120. So I'm going to say this goes in 2 times. 2 times 60 is 120. Subtract, and I get 5 here, and I get a 1 here, and nothing there. So that checks. This 15 is smaller than the divisor, which is 60. So that's good. I'm going to bring down the 9. All right, now I have 159 divided by 60. So I need to take 60 times something. Well, if I do 3 times 60, I'm going to get 180. So it's not going to be enough. So I'm going to have to use 2 again. 2 times 60 is 120. Subtract, and I get 9 here, and I get 3 here. Nothing there. It still checks. Uh-oh. I can't just say 22 cents, remainder 39. That makes no sense. So what I have to do is I need to extend my house here and add a 0, put a little addition on. I can add a 0 to that because $13.59 is the same thing as 13 and 590 thousandths. It's the same. So you can do that. Bring down the 0. Now I have 390 divided by 60, which I'm going to have to do some estimating here. Let's try 6. 6 times 0 is 0. This is 36. That gets us pretty close. So I go 6. 6 times that. 60 is 360. And when I finish it, I have 30 as a remainder. And I could keep adding on here, but I don't need to. Because with money, you can go right ahead and use this digit right here in the thousandths place to round this number right here. Because with money, you only have 2 decimal places. So is my answer going to be 23 cents or is it going to be 22 cents? Well, because this 6 is a 5 or bigger, it's going to make that go up. So my answer is actually $0.23. Go ahead and try example number 4.